Like, hurry up, the servers are going down. Okay, let's do that. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay. Winamp is fixed. Check it out down in the corner there. Found the stream, found the skin that I liked using Trance Amp. Fire it up. Fire it up, max the volume, and let's get straight into ESO. The servers are going down, darn it, and I've got a stamina build in order to test out. Place no time. Look, fastest get into the stream thing ever. No yammering about stuff. Now I just gotta wait for it to load up. There we go. 100 crown try restoration potions is the daily reward for the day. Let's put the sound back on and make sure the music is off in game. Zing! 100 crown try restoration potion. Claim. Another set of potions that I can never seem to get rid of. So what are we doing today? Well, we're running around Leoin right now. Let's actually get the crafting writs over with, although I don't really see why I need to. Because, fire up.
If you have opinions about crows.
Before we do the dailies for the day, though. Yeah! Alright. Get the banker out here. Yo, Mr. Tithus. And talk to this guy.
My time in the...
Did it? We don't have anything left over from last time, do we? No. Tithus!
How can I help you?
My character is close to a millionaire. 940,000 gold in the bank. The best thing I could do with that probably is buy more bank space or clean out some of the stuff in the bank. But we have some surveys from all the other characters, so we can go all around the world testing out this build while queued as DPS for a dungeon. Because today we're testing out Ret Paladin type stuff. Today we're testing Ret Paladin type stuff. That was pretty loud, so let's put it on like 7% to that. Now, where are the rest of the surveys? Because what we'll do is we'll just walk around with these surveys and treasure maps and stuff. Any others? I thought I did all of them. I think I did all of them, then one of my characters had one of them that I just put back in the bank. And the writs. This is a little too big. I don't need to be seeing anybody's chat anyways. Alright, the provisioning and the enchanting and the alchemy writs, put them back in the bank. We'll do those later. I'd rather do interesting stuff that's not mundane on stream while this other stuff's going on. So yeah, well, what about Skyrim? Whoops. Well, what about Skyrim? Well, here's the thing. I got back into Skyrim, and I've already modified the INI file so that the... Yeah. I already modified Skyrim so that my field of view is better. Not LOD. LOD is stuff like ambient or depth of field or anything like that. Ambient occlusion type stuff is what that slider is about in Skyrim.
Speak with me a moment.
The various effects and whatnot. It has nothing to do with the field of view. So the thing is, Skyrim was originally made for a 75-degree field of view. All right, let's get that out of there. Get the orc out here for this type of stuff. There we go. Get these over with. Then we'll switch over to our Retribution build. Stamina. So, unlike Zen Archer with Lauren Lockhart, this is straight up stamina, as in his magicka drops way the heck down, but it is still high enough that he can do a rushed ceremony for 10 grand. Now, when you consider that the DPS characters in this game often have 20-something thousand health, being able to restore half of someone's health with an instant heal is still powerful, despite not focusing on magicka. So, it'll be interesting to play around with that. Right now I'm set up for regular paladin mode, which emphasizes magicka and spell damage with an emphasis on things like that. But so I've worked on my Skyrim setup so it'll look better when I stream it again. The biggest intimidator for me playing the old Elder Scrolls games is that I remember how engrossed I got in those. So it's going to be pretty tough to stream those if I'm doing all this stuff in ESO, and I'd say ESO is definitely taking its place as a decent Elder Scrolls game now that it's been improved a lot since its launch. Ah, we're getting stuttering. What do we have for CPU usage? Is there any things we can shut down? Or maybe we can turn down the build. I hope we don't have a Windows update. Yeah, we're at like 80% CPU usage. What's doing that? Is there some kind of Windows update downloading in the background? Yeah, there's a Windows update downloading in the background. What do we have? What kind of stupid... This computer is not eligible. This computer... Pause updates for 7 days. This computer is not eligible for Windows 11. There should not be crap downloading in the background. Ugh. Still stuttering. Check the view distance. Still stuttering. What's the view distance at? The view distance is all the way up. That's our problem. So, first let's set it to maximum. Set it to maximum, and then drop the view distance down to like 60%, which is what the high mode does in this game. That looks a little better. Yeah, maximum overload. Running the game on max overloads the processor, but running the game on max, now we're into the 70s, 69 to 70%, that's better. Running the game, this is something Vindalia was asking about on her stream, because she's wondering about stuttering and stuff. Oh, look, she's doing Ritz, too. Of course she should be, it's after the 2 o'clock reset. She's on one of her, she just got a notification that she's on one of her alts. Yay! But... set yourself back to appearing offline. Or maybe I should, you know, return the favor, because I've got myself set to appearing offline. Quit being an idiot. Yeah. So that's the thing, is that if I run the game in maximum mode, I don't have the CPU for it with a Skylake 6700, with a Skylake i7. Then I have to move up to one of the new Ryzens or something to try and get some, you know, some more CPU oomph feeding this 2060. But if I turn down the view distance, I remember playing around with ultra and high modes back when the game wasn't as well optimized. And one of the things that I remember very specifically, let's see, well, anything else we can take from here? One of the things I remember very, very specifically is that one of the differences between some of the modes is the view distance. Literally, one of them was like 65% view distance, the other was 100% view distance, and that required more CPU and stuff. So, how's this? How's that looking? Nice blue music player now that I found Transamp, my Winamp skin that I used before I did read the computer. Blah, 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 blah. Switch over to Crusader, which is the Retribution spec. 32 health and 32 stamina. Because unlike Lauren Lockhart, my character always has points in health to be able to tank in all their builds. I don't know if I really need that, but might actually be better if I... Why don't we take the points out of health for this build? Because we're going to need those points, because Bretons, with plenty of money to do it, too. Bretons have a...
Imperial dogs. Thank Rupka, we have people like you to protect us.
Imperial dogs? This is Leowen. It's an imperial city. Look, this is an imperial chapel I'm going into to respec. So here's what I have here. No, I'm not checking out anything except the AMD Cezanne processor. That is the only AMD Ryzen I would build a system with right now. So I'd have strong integrated graphics if my graphics cards all quit. Performance-wise, it's very close to the 5800X, but I want the APU, and when the next-gen Ryzens come out, I'll probably go APU there, too. See. Akatosh. This is where it'll change up the attributes. Yay! If I go all stamina for this build, the problem is Bretons don't get the 2000 stamina boost. They get it to Magicka. So if I do, like, 64, that get a 40,000 stamina. Well, he's a rep paladin, and he should be, you know, if we want a tank, he's got 22 grand for health. If we want a tank, then we'll do some other stuff here. Yeah. Let's see here. Friends list. Nope. Still doing stuff. She's champion 1224. I got 200 champion points to go to catch up to her. 40,000 stamina as a Breton. Now, here's the fun part with this rep paladin build. With 25,000 Magicka because of the bonus and whatnot. So this is the question I've been asking about with this whole situation with boosting, getting the boost to the resource you're not emphasizing. The Rush Ceremony is still healing for 10 grand non-crit. So, all right, we might want to work on some more two-handed skills as well. So I have like the charge skill, and I'm looking to upgrade. I'm looking to. Oh, critical charge can be morphed. I missed that. So critical rush does more damage based on what's traveled, and leaves residual. Stampede leaves residual damage at the impact area. So when I had an S-Fan-inspired Ret Paladin character, I was using Stampede to do damage in that general area. So we'll do that so that where we land, there's some kind of damage done by the weapons. So Stampede is there. Now we have Cleave, and we have Reverse Slash, and then we have Momentum. What's Berserker Strike? Oh, it ignores you. It ignores all their physical resistance. So it's like Mortal Strike in WoW. We could spec Uppercut as well. Reverse Slash can be pretty powerful, but this is one of the reasons why I have this option, is to be able to level all the other kinds of weapons besides sword and board. So it makes, that way you just go around and level bow and level two-handed, unlike Zen Archer, which implies we're using a build. We call it Crusader instead. All right, so let's make sure we save this.
I can think of 18 ways to kill a man with nothing but a rock.
Since we know this is better, let's actually... There. Save Crusader as having all stamina with no health bonus. So we go in with this, and if we want to do some healing, we still have Resto Staff. But really, what I think I'd like to do, I'd like to actually have a bow as my secondary weapon, and just use... So that way I'll be using all stamina stuff, and only use magic for a few occasional heals. So, what did I have? I had stamina. I have a Night Silence Greatsword with a crappy enchant that needs to be upgraded to something legendary. Let's do something about that. Do I have a stamina bow in the bank? Let's see. Do I have a stamina bow in the bank? Where are we at? Smithy. We want to upgrade. No, we want to upgrade. We want to go to the enchant station. We want to upgrade the sword. Plus, we should probably make another one of whatever this is. Oh, we have Kuta. All right. Only modem game you play is ESO. I feel sorry for you playing this game over dial-up. 3700X. That's actually what I would have gotten if I built the system a year or two ago. But since the socket is going away, the idea I have for computers is build my backup system with current gen stuff when it goes on clearance. Because don't forget, we're transitioning to Windows 11, and Tuxedo. Monolith doesn't qualify. 2010's Monolith, I should say, doesn't qualify. So, unless Microsoft caves when Windows 10 goes end of life, the idea here is I'm going to build my backup system when a lot of this hardware goes on clearance. And then by the time that's getting slow and I'm looking to upgrade from that to the new socket, then what I'll do is I'll build another Ryzen system in a couple of years when the technology is less expensive, because right now there are premiums, not just because of the shortages. But let's see, Itade needs to be the potency rune. There are basically
Itade, Denis, Huta.
There are price don't forget, tech has a lot of price skimming in it, so stuff comes out more expensive than it is afterwards. So that's basically what I'm looking at here. I think there's going to be I'm already seeing price premiums on DDR5 memory. So let's see. Zing! I want to actually level up more two-hander skills here. So let's see. Let's get Miria Lendis out. See if we can level her up as well. Actually call the banker. Bank!
It'll be good to get away from the family a bit.
Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, madam.
May I be of service?
What weapons do I have in the bank? I have a Night Silence bow that I didn't have any use for. Well, now. Saves me a trip to make some stuff here, huh? All right. So let's do Night Silence. Night Silence bow for secondary. So skip the Resto Staff. And let's change up the back bar. Let's change up the back bar for bow attacks. So let's see, get rid of that. We're gonna This is Ritual of Retribution, though. So I think I should consider... Why don't we morph that? That's Ritual of Retribution. Why don't we morph that into an AE heal? Because it scales off your highest stats. So, yuck. The heck's with this color scheme? That should be a golden bow. Oh, I've never actually colored it. All right, let's see here. Out of the way, banker. Oh. Well, we'll do everything based on what the lion on the quiver looks like. Whee! I think I made the whole thing gold. Yeah, made the whole thing gold on the other character because Julianos white doesn't really work for any of it. Yeah, see, it looks horrible. That might work. What about gold, white, and gold? Yeah, that sort of works. Goes with the whole paladin thing. That sort of works. Goes with the whole paladin thing. But I think I'd rather have a golden bow. The problem is you can't make the bow and the quiver gold at the same time. So, let's see here. It's supposed to be like gold and wood. Not everything has to be this alabaster white. All right. So let's actually go and... That means I don't have any characters. That means I don't have any characters using Ritual of Retribution. Although if I really want to heal with stamina, let's take a look at something. Because I ran into something with Elena Hawkford, the Ice Mage, where if you spec as tank as a warden, it is more worth it to use Polar Wind as a heal than the usual mushroom spores or whatever it is in the green balance tree. So it's one of those, things that scale with your health, scale really well with your health. So if you're spec'd for tank, it's actually better on your resources to do that. So let me take a look at something here. In the assault tree, Vigor is 13,000 health over 8 seconds versus Ritual of Retribution. 13,000 health. The thing is, if you activate the Purify synergy, you still heal for 7,200. That's not an insignificant heal. So if you actually use the Purify synergy with Ritual of Retribution, then you have that going on as well. But let me see something here. Let me go respec, but not actually respec. We'll go like we're do a morph respec for a couple hundred gold. Remembering... See here. No, the other side. Stendar. Morphs. So, Extended Ritual is 3,300 for 3,300 per tick for 24 seconds. This 13,455 divided by 8.
13,455 divided by 8 is 1,681.875.
Thank you.
I'm here to help.
1,600 per tick versus 1,600 per tick versus 3,300. 1,600 times 2 is about 3,200 per tick versus 3,366 per tick. And then they can heal themselves for 8 grand. The problem is my other 2 specs use Extended Ritual. So I think for this what I want is Ritual of Retribution. And that's the stupid part though, because we can heal 10 grand. Yeah, see it says right here, 10 grand non-crit. And then 3 grand, 3510 for something else. We could also change Breath of Life to Honor the Dead so that you get magic regeneration if you heal somebody who's below 75% health. But I don't really want to transition into stamina heals for these folks. So I think you should have to give something up when you decide that you want to walk this path. And so Ritual of Retribution, I think, is going to be one of them. Leave and don't accept changes, because we don't really need to respec unless we actually have to. All right. Back bar. The thing is, if I don't save the build, I can experiment with stuff and then summon the orc, and then if I like the build, I save the build. If I don't, I just equip it again, and it reverts to what it was before. Really fun stuff here. So what we'll do, let's see. We don't be using poison arrows because we're talking paladin stuff here. Let's put snipe on here. Focused aim, which will inflict minor breach. The ranger is actually going to use the poison attacks in this tree. So let's level up our arrow spray so we can morph it in a bombard. And we also don't need. We could also do complete and total fighters guild back here too. The whole idea with this setup, plus it would boost weapon and spell damage the more of these skills we had on the bar. So let's see. We already have Dawnbreaker. What is Trap Beast? That's a bleed damage. Expert Hunter. What is one of the morphs of Expert Hunter? Isn't it like Evil Hunter or something? So, let's see. What else is available for bow? Scatter Shot. We could also level Scatter Shot. Volley is already morphable, so we don't need to do anything with that. It would be good to level Arrow Spray, though. And on tree number 1, we have the two-handed thing that boosts weapon damage. So we can always boost weapon damage, get major brutality that way. However, on tree 2, when we're using the bow under Fighters Guild, Expert Hunter. See, this is basically a version of the Mage Guild thing here. What about Sigic Order? Can we have some fun with that? It's got Mend Wounds and Meditate. I don't think we want that. Could cast Time Stop. That's caster type stuff, though. How about... No. You know what we need to do? I want to level Necrotic Orb in the Undaunted tree, because once you get that leveled up, you can turn it into a healing orb of sorts. So, let's do that. What about Trapping Webs? That's like Spider-Man. That's a Spider-Man move. Rapid Maneuver. What's Caltrops? Caltrops. Oh, that's an AE, but if we're going to use that, we might also use Volley. So let's not bother with that. We could also do a Fighters Guild skill, because every Fighters Guild skill increases weapon and spell damage. So I don't know if Necrotic Orb is worth leveling on this spec. Switch it back! Well, we think we might have wasted some points here, so re-equip the build.
Talent's fine.
Equip. Zing! We're back to where we were before. See how this works? This is hilarious. That's one of the reasons why, you know, having access to the armory is awesome. So now we can go back and just do everything. That does mean, though, we do still have 64. Yeah, we still have our 64 stamina. That's when we last saved the build. Two-handed. All right, so Stampede, we're going to level up. We want to get rid of this Solar Barrage, too. Well, Solar Barrage increases the damage of light and heavy attacks. So we could level up Cleave, which also gives a damage shield. So let's do that. Let's do that since we already have it taken as a skill. Or we can do Reverse Slash as well. The problem is, what's this? 2,400 stamina versus 1,800 stamina. You're actually supposed to... Let's do that. You're actually supposed to... Let's get Uppercut. So you have Dizzying Swing. Or we have Wrecking Blow, which gives you Empower for 3 seconds. So you'd have to rotate in some regular stuff. Well, let's do Dizzying Swing. And we're going to do more martial attacks. Yeah, see, and for, you know... And on this side of things, we do want to level a bow skill, so take all our bow abilities here. It's interesting that the bow abilities gain a bonus. Oh, you know what? We can put Vigor on this back bar as well. So Snipe, since we don't have an AE heal of any kind when we're spec'd Ret. Focused Aim, which will breach and do physical damage. Work on leveling up Arrow Spray so we can unlock Bombard. And swap that plus magic ability for this. Vigor and Echoing Vigor. So that way we can just throw have an AE heal on the back bar to go along with this. Because we have Ritual of Retribution as a DPS skill. And it scales with your strongest ability, so it's basically a gigantic damage AoE. But anybody who activates the synergy gets a decent heal out of it, as well as their negative conditions cleansed. So I think that's what we'll go with here. And we'll work on leveling bow skills and this kind of stuff. Maybe heal people in the back row or something.
Take it from an old tusker.
All right, save Crusader. Let's go out and do something with it. So let's jump into, it's 2:28 now. So let's get summon Muriel Lendis, and let's join a group as DPS and see if anything pings. Do a regular normal dungeon. What do we have up here? We have a fitness point to spend. Fitness point to spend. Let's work on making break free cost less. That's more important. Back it out. Hey, you know what? Save the build again. Save the build again. I just can't wait to save the build again. Save. All right, now we summon Miri. Miri? Yoo-hoo. Miri. Whatever. I gotta watch what button does what here.
Ready when you are.
Ready? Yes. We're gonna do the treasure map thingies. We're gonna jump into the DPS queue for the daily random normal. So it'll take a while for the queue to pop. Watch this be the one day when it doesn't. So in the meantime, let's go out for a little adventure here. See if we can get those treasure map thingies done before the queue pops. And then we'll try this out. Obviously not going to do anything on like veteran difficulty or anything. We barely know how the build works. And if it works. Plenty of damage over times though. I don't know, the 20 weapon damage thing. I might just want to swap that for vigor, but I'm not the healer. So it should be pretty much a given at this point that if I have the heals if someone needs them, but only 25,000 magic. So let's see here. What's this? Is there something we could always bring back? Of course, Dawn's Wrath, Solar Barrage. Gives you Empower for an exceptionally long time, unlike many other skills in the game. All right. Let's see. Inventory. I do have some things to decon. I think I'm carrying a little too much gear. 93 out of 150. Green Shade and Vardenfell with a closed surveys in Malleable Tor. So let's head out to that. Which is here. Hey, where's the icon? We're missing something. We're missing the add-on. Lost Treasure. The treasure map icon is missing a dependency. Oh, there's a lib treasure map thing that's available right now. Let's see if I can load. Let's see if I can load in. I think I can. Let's see if we can load in new icons or new add-ons while the game is running. I think much like World of Warcraft, minion, open up. Yeah, much like in World of Warcraft, it's add-ons can be added in easy now. Lib treasure, there it is. Install, and then we can do like a reload UI. This is one of the ways this game keeps up with WoW, because WoW will let you do this too. You can load new add-ons while you're playing the game. Very few of them will actually suffer any breaking or of any sort. So let's reload this. That should work again. Drinks at the ready. Although it's a tad clipped here. Alright, we're back in the queue. I probably just made that noise because the UI reloaded. Let's see here. Malleable Tor. There should be something showing up for that now. It's in Aldmeri Dominion territory. Yep, there it is. Yep, we have a thing that we can go to now. Good. It's near the player house, too. New version of it. There's no more X marks the spot. There's, like, different things. Like, I think it differentiates between crafting surveys and treasure chests. I don't know, I liked X marks the spot a lot better. I mean, I usually want to go collect everything. Don't really see the need to differentiate, like I can only do one at a time. No more stuttering, right? Yeah, it's because we turned down the view distance. We're playing the game on maximum, but with the view distance nerfed a little. Boing! Here is this thing. Clothier surveys. This is all on an island, I'm guessing. Yep, right over there by the waterfall. Let's open up the stream music to all kinds of stream music, including let's do stream beats wide open for the playlist. So it'll add in chiptune, hi-fi, and synthwave for everything.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
I gotta find something, too, that normalizes the volume output and eliminates the dynamic range in whatever plays, so that all the music plays at the same volume level. Lush Ancestor Silk. Da-da-da. Miri, Miri, Miri. Fishing hole. I think that's it. Yeah, that gets rid of that one. The thing that keeps popping up is the fishing hole. Alright, let's go. Hey, look, werewolves. Let's test this out. Stun.
Start up until you've got your footing.
It's kind of cool. This is a two-handed move that stuns. Yeah, way better than getting Empower from something. $10,000 non-crit. And we can also do this, too. Ritual of Retribution. Yay! We're in the dungeon now. And since Ritual of Retribution is my only AoE damage ability for this type of stuff, unless I charge an area, we should make use of it on the trash. Probably on bosses, too. Dragon Knights are cool. Lol doo-doo. And Spectral Mirage for the tank with only $19,000. This group is gonna wipe. Oh, wait, this is a regular dungeon. There we go. Ritual of Retribution's not gonna have any... This is not a DLC dungeon like last time. Yeah, let's just cleave everything down. Just go charging in. Yeah, so this is a 3 DPS group. We'll just figure out what to do about the bosses. Of course, I can always swap out the tank if this guy actually finds a way to get killed by a normal dungeon boss. Normal difficulty level, too. Who's that? Dragon, that's actually the healer. The healer has 31,000 health. So I wonder if the healer is really a heal tank and does what I do. Assumes that there's going to be a crap tank or something and is ready to take some hits otherwise. I mean, the healer is certainly charging into everything like I would. Maybe I should just heal the healer. Charge in. The fun part about charges, you can basically, there's no minimum range on them, so you can use them as regular attacks. They're just not very good resources-wise. Yay! 15 foes down with weapon abilities, but I have, almost have no stamina left. Alright, we'll take this out. Off balance, stun. Like a two-handed weapon stun lock. Where do you see that in MMOs? Need to stop thinking like a healer, though, because it's not my... The bad, if you have a bad tank that doesn't have any gear, that's not... I'm just DPS now, so... Good hit harder, though. Off balance. You can't stun a boss, though. Ah, look, the tank almost died. Yeah. Hey, I know. There. Now you have nice heals. Nope, that's not it. That's the problem. I'm so used to running as healer that you get something that would drive a healer nuts, and I'm like, I keep forgetting I'm actually the DPS. Let's see here. Who's this? Oh, that's actually one of the DPS, who also has 33,000 health. So maybe I have a group where the healer, where, you know, everybody's something else and they're just doing a different role to get a group. That's the fun part, is that charge attacks. That's the fun part, is that charge attacks. Charge attacks has no minimum range, so you can just back away and keep using the charge attack and like charge an inch and get the effects of the charge. Consecrate. I saw some orange numbers, so there's at least one tick of the consecrate ability. Make sure to get some bow attacks in too, because we're trying to catch up with that. Yeah, we're just mowing down the trash because of the 3 DPS group. Whoops. Assuming it's 3 DPS. These folks have enough health to be a tank. Stop using the charge ability so much. So I guess the reason why this works with the magic side of it still is I spec'd hybrid in the other stuff here. Off balance. Ah, people are standing in the fire. Heal over time. Consecrate. Whoops. Oh no, the fake tank's about to go down. Everyone's standing in the fire. Yeah. +1 craft point. Burning Spellweave. That's actually one of the sets that I've been trying to collect. Oops. Somehow I didn't lemming right there. Yeah, gives me something to do with this magic that I'm not doing anything with. Especially when I'm going to open with a special attack. Crit for 8 grand.
I'm injured. How it hurts.
Right in front of a boss anyways. Ember Shield. Burning Spellweave, though, is something I'm interested in as a set.
Quite badly.
40,000 stamina, though. That's enough to do some decent damage. Uh-oh, the fake tank ran on ahead. Let's see here.
My Lord Dagon.
10 grand. Oh, we already got another boss. 6 grand. Must have some resistance to him. Ember Shield. Burning Spellweave is the most interesting thing to have here. $241. So we managed to get a dungeon, the daily dungeon in before the... All right, Oblivion Gate.
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly. Rise, minions.
I'll take out the ads. They have lower resistance anyways.
Stop them before it's too late.
So long. Oh, we got Ember Shield. Save the Burning Spellweave, though. That's the one I want to collect. There. Here, have some magic that I don't have anything to do with right now. What, he's turn undead or something? Momentum to rank 3 and Dawnbreaker to rank 3. It'd be good if I could actually level that up. We have a point. See this? And in the blue tree... No. Offense... No. We're trying to unlock plus 100 weapon and... What? How come I don't have plus 100 weapon and spell damage to martial attacks? We're going to spend some money. Anything you don't want. What I don't want is where I spent my points. Although the 100 weapon and spell damage is only for offensive abilities. Let's see here. Get out of this. Lol dude. You know what? Maybe that's lol dude W. Some reference to winning or something. I don't know. See ya. What? I should have left the group, and I should have... There we go. Back to Malleable Tour. Yeah, save the Burning Spellweave. Matter of fact, I'm going to put lock on it right now. Yeah, so magic, spell damage, crit, and then if you do anything that's flame damage, you increase weapon and spell damage by 461 for 8 seconds. Really good if you're spamming magic attacks, but that's light armor only. We'll save that. And the Burning Spellweave hat, we'll take that. Lock those both. We're going to save those for our Fire Mage. Lady Celeste Fear Dragon. So we have plus 100. So we're not using any magic attacks. Spend the $3 grand to redistribute that stuff. Go in here. All right. So let's be working on the plus magic, because we're not doing any magic attacks right now. So we should have these points invested in the other side of the tree. Because literally all the damage that we're doing, except for Ritual of Retribution, is physical damage. So let's reverse this. We have some money we can spend, so we'll spend some money on that. And save the build. I want there to be a bonus to fighting type stuff first. And then anything
Remember
magical.
to move those feet.
As it's only for the attack side of it. Crusader, save. Mirielendis.
What's on the docket today?
All right, let's see here. It's 2:45. Could we try another dungeon? We could always run City. We could run City of Ash to try and get more Burning Spellweave. So let's get it. Let's jump into the DPS queue for City of Ash. Dungeon Finder, specific dungeons. Now that we've gotten our Daily Undaunted out of the way. To either of the City of Ashes, DPS. All right, let's see how many other things we can get. Oh, this is a town. Hold on a second. To get out of here, they're doing the dolmen over there. That'll probably be done by the time I get there. East. Okay, where do we... There we go. See if we can get some more of that Burning Spellweave. Kind of low on space, though. Also try this build out a little more. We have stuff to decon. So before we do anything, let's go to Leowen. Before we do anything, let's go to Leowen and go on a deconning spree. There it is. That's one of the cool things about Leowen, is that the crafting area is right outside where the Way Shrine is. Super easy writs. Plus, you can ride a horse in the crafting area.
Time night of walking anyway.
So once you get used to Leowin, it's basically an upgrade.
To be honest.
Once you get used to Leowin, it's basically an upgrade over the Alinor one. Had to think for a bit to remember the name of the elf city. So yeah, Alinor was cool. It was a nice big donut. You just make the rounds and stuff. You have somewhat of a donut here, but you can ride a horse, and the way shrine is literally right outside. All right, Ember Shield was that's a tank set. So might want to save this one too. Plus health, plus armor. When you complete a fully charged heavy attack, you increase your physical and spell resistance by... it's... Most of the characters that I have spec to tank are going to get that passively. This is a heavy set too, so, you know, when you complete a heavy attack, the idea here is to go and do heavy attacks all the time, so you're constantly getting... So you're constantly getting, you know, the bonus. No. If I am going to spec somebody to tank, they're going to be spec'd passively to tank. They should not depend on like a plus 5,000 resistance move in order to get what they need to tank. Absolutely should not be that case. Let's expand our playlist to the YouTube audio library. Particularly those Patrick Patricios tracks have been looking really good lately. Yeah, we have to make a Patrick Patricios folder. Alright. Stream Beats and Whiteowl, so now we're expanded on that. Yeah, the Patrick Patricios folder. Truly superb glyph. Too bad you can't lock a glyph. I should throw that somewhere where I can't accidentally disenchant the thing. Black Friday. Bought a PC with a stimulus check. Well, the thing with the inflation is that it's all leftover effects of the pandemic. In some cases, some industries are slower to get going than others when you're starting them back up again, like the semiconductor industry. But I think it's a matter of... This is something that actually the Tech Syndicate folks were talking about. Logan from Tech Syndicate actually had a video where he talked about one of the major issues with the tech industry is how it always tries to wow you every single year. And whether you need something or not, their goal is to sell you stuff, to make you want to buy stuff even if you might not need it. So it's like think like the Madden thing, where you buy a Madden game
Off
and
we go.
you pretty much are buying a roster update. There isn't really much that changes too much from year to year with Madden games. Changes slowly get added into the game over time, but really, I mean, if you bought a Madden game anytime in the last... This is... You know, Madden games could have unofficial roster updates as mods on PC, and you wouldn't need to buy a Madden game. That's just that's how uninteresting they are in terms of what changes, kind of like incremental improvements and stuff like that. It's nothing that really wows you. 10 grand. It's nothing that really wows you. Now imagine that with computer hardware. So you just had like an awesome mouse that came out last year, and now, but the industry wants you to buy another mouse because that's the only way they make sales every year. And so there isn't enough respect for people that want to have a good purchase that lasts for a long time. Of course, there's enough people interested in PC hardware that probably doesn't matter. It's the one thing Logan didn't talk about in his video. So, I mean, I would want to wear out, for example, my IntelliMouse Classic before getting IntelliMouse Pro, although this IntelliMouse Pro is having some problems that the original IntelliMouse had 20 years ago. Finally, some Whiteowl songs. Of course, I should probably just have that included in the playlist. I need to make a Patrick Patricios folder. When the servers go down for maintenance, I'm going to make a folder of Patrick Patricios songs. He's very good with, like, techno-type stuff. Techno. He's very good with EDM-type stuff. So... Definitely should have his own artist folder by now. Ah, fast mount, because he has the gallop buff from PvP. Zoom. This is why I kept losing in Vendalia's Splatter Day challenge yesterday once she got mounts involved. Oh, let's see here. Yeah. I regret nothing. Now that's what I call burst damage right there. Quick, before this imp attacks. Do. Next. Next one is in Vardenfell. I'm gonna run out of surveys. Right up there. Ooh, it's up by the Urshalaku camp. This used to be like, I think the Urshalaku were friendly Ashlanders in Morrowind. They're friendly Ashland. A lot of the Ashlanders are more friendly here.
Off we go.
Probably because in Morrowind they were opposed to the idea of a Nerevarine. Ah, Morrowind, my home. It's great to be home on the landmass that I spent so much time on 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. Morrowind was out for a while before I started playing on PC. Whoops.
Don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
The stunning part is fun. I wonder what that's like in PvP. Woohoo! Cleave, 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 cleave. Yeah, so you can launch a cleave attack from like too far away. See here. But that's part of it too, is that that's one of the price skimming's the thing with technology. Things come in more expensive. Basically, early adopters pay more to recover the R&D costs. That's one of the reasons why I'm probably going to build, when this hardware starts going on clearance, I'll probably build a Cezanne system for 2020's Monolith. Then we'll go over to Socket AM5 in a couple of years, because if I buy it when it's new, there will be a price premium, while stuff that's a generation behind is on clearance. If you're like, well, you can't upgrade the CPU, why would you? That's part of the issue too. I mean, that we're talking about a brand new, pretty much brand new everything. I'm looking at the RAM prices even for DDR4 versus DDR5. Not quite what I'm looking for. Bit of a premium on RAM, and I want to have at least 32 gigs. Because this machine got to 24 gigs because I bought the wrong stuff. We're trying to get to 32 gigs of RAM. Yeah. Tons of RAM is good for production type stuff anyways, like if we're working on video editing and stuff like that. This would be, however, the first computer that I didn't max the RAM on before upgrading it. Boing! I'm just glad to not have generic Winamp for the music player. See if we can get somebody to come into the chat. Probably not somebody. Well, we have to take the chat out of sub-only mode and risk spammers in order to do that. We have to take chat out of sub-only mode in order to risk spammers and stuff. But there have been randos that have stopped by and been like, "Hey, I like that plugin you're playing the music on. What is it?" You're not gonna believe this. It's Winamp. What? That's Winamp? You're using Winamp in the 2020s? That's like from 20 years ago. And I'm like, so's the last time that's how far back I go with Winamp as well. 2000s. Cold Harbor. This is actually a good place to randomly go on Daedra hunts and stuff like that. This zone is so ugly, people don't like doing stuff over here, so... This is a wood survey. Ooh, there's a Sijic thing. All bright in this cold, icy realm of Molag Bal. Whoa. That's rogue stuff. Getting a combat bonus. Getting combat bonus when you come out of stealth. It's like an assassination
Never
rogue
have
skill
enough of
from
that.
WoW. Maybe subtlety, too. Subtlety always had an emphasis on that kind of stuff. Sorry, silent partner. Really having a ball with the silent partner songs, huh? Alright, let's keep things... Aw, whispering stream. Switch everything back to just stream beats. Chiptune, hi-fi, etc. Keep everything more thematically similar instead of jumping all over the place.
Tired of walking anyway.
I also reinstalled Pretzel Rocks last night. The Pretzel catalog for Pretzel Player is a little bigger than it used to be, especially in terms of synthwave and stuff. I just gotta get an answer on how you set up the chat bot, which is mandatory for free users. So that way, basically, a little robot in your chat tells everybody what song is playing every time the song switches. So theoretically, I wouldn't need a plugin like this in order to see what it is. The problem is chat eventually expires, I think, so it might be more worth it to have a plugin that does with the Pretzel Player what this is doing with Winamp. So what the? According to this, I've never actually done the Cliffs of Failure. Why does it say I've never done the Cliffs of Failure in Cold Harbor? And then there's the Village of the Lost, which is a public dungeon. According to this, I've never taken out this world boss either. Probably because the problem is I have so many alts, I get everything mixed up. Oh, we could always do Deadlands dailies. See if anybody's still over here. Did we ever complete the public dungeon? Yeah, that was this. No, actually. Public dungeon was something else. The only thing I haven't done is the public dungeon is the same one as the other thing. All right, let's go to, let's see. 1 hour to go. Let's go see what's going on in the Deadlands. See if any of the honeymoon period type stuff has stopped. Yeah. Let's see if any of the honeymoon stuff has stopped in the Deadlands and it actually feels more like a normal zone to do dailies in. Still haven't done the main quest yet, but this happened with ESO Blackwood as well. Spent a lot of time doing other stuff and I didn't do the daily. I didn't do the main quest.
I bring tidings
All right.
from the Dread Lady.
Do the delve and do the
Sarathu tongue, a man to... The Sarathu... We have...
blah, 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 blah. There's only 2 things you can give me.
I'm looking for adventurers. Have you...
Kind of dumb, actually.
Be careful.
But there's only 2 delves, there's only 2 world bosses.
Let's ride!
Exceeds anything.
Flowers in the Folly. Yeah, that's False Martyr's Folly. That's the daily delve. Switch off to the world boss, and let's see if anybody's over there. All right, in the Deadlands, that's the world boss, the eastern one. East, west. $16 gigs. I was monitoring my RAM usage and I was approaching maximum RAM. So that's the reason why I bumped it up. There are some heavy-duty things I do, like editing videos and stuff, as well as having a lot of tabs open. Now that's something that people don't think about when they're, just building a gaming PC. That's not the way it works anymore. If you're streaming, you have CPU overhead. Your graphics card also has some overhead as it's processing the video that's being encoded. Oh, what do you know? The dungeon popped. Let's do City of Ash again. Come back to... So there'll be fiery stuff on the screen no matter what. Let's see. Why should it be like a group of all tanks or something? Miri Alendis was unsummoned to make room for... Okay. Ooh. Bunch of people with health in the 30s and 20s. Well, DPS can have health in the 20s. But one of the DPS has 35,000 health, so that's probably a tank. There's no reason to jump There's no reason to jump up your health if you're not tanking. Whoops. Who's that? Spogzily. What? The tank's dead already? Wait, oh, what did he do? Just jump off the wrong cliff?
Here they go.
See, here's the problem, though. Regular attacks with a two-hander are AoE. So there's really no reason for me to be using any of these special attacks. That's one of the reasons why I used Solar Barrage, to get the bonus to light attacks and then cleave everything. So everything gets the 40% bonus. $29.45 per tick. 1,400 per tick. Interesting. It's supposed to scale with your highest offensive stats, so it should be scaling with stamina despite using magicka in order to cast. Lawnmower. Oh, look, that's healing combustion. That's what I want on my other builds. Is that a boss?
Light it up!
Could always get cleave. Could always level up cleave as my number 2 skill. That's an AoE. Might want to do that. Swap that out in between fights. Once we're out of combat here. Two-handed. Let's level up cleave. Nobody's going to break combat because we're just chain pulling trash. 10 grand. Can't get out of combat. What is this? WoW? Why are we still not dropping combat? Everything's dead. There's something not working right. That's some serious hits, though, with the charge attack and only charging 2 feet. Seriously, though, why are we completely incapable of getting out of combat? Probably because the bosses are right next to each other. Grand, 11 grand, 19 grand. Maybe it's good to have a boss attack. Ritual of Retribution. Another burning spellweave hat. What happened to the smart RNG that was supposed to be in the game? I already have one of those. Or maybe I already have all the burning spellweave. So I already have it in the collections. I can just regenerate it from the things you get for that. Oh, he's tanking with a... Who's that? He's tanking with a frost stab. That's cool. He's pure tank. Wonder if he has damage gear on, though. Get tough enough and then just put damage gear on to do more damage. You do more random dungeons, too. Probably have... Depends on the dungeon. So that's the difference, is that the other, when doing, when spec for paladin, just doing regular attacks and casting holy spells versus doing more with the sword, that's what the difference with this is supposed to be. We'll open with the damage attack on the next boss. This is the one I was in before, so it's deja vu. So, Holy Infernal Guardian. $10,000 non-crit. That's awesome. $19,401. This is a Breton. And this is a Breton. The problem is there's no really good way of getting stamina back. Not with a Templar. Except there is an ability that regens stamina from corpses. But where are there any dead enemies to consecrate or redeem or whatever? Another burning spellweave. Another burning spellweave hack. Seriously. I probably already have the set, so now I'm just getting random drops. I'll take a look at that. Make some burning spellweave that's spec'd for divines. See, a lot of my progression gear-wise at some of these characters is very dependent upon... A lot of my progression gear-wise is incredibly dependent upon... Where is it? Doing the daily dungeon with all my characters. If we didn't have a maintenance night tonight, I'd probably do some of that tonight. Some serious AE bursts with this skill against mowing down the trash like that. And I never have any stamina left. Even the magic stuff I do can't really hold a candle to that. Oh, this is a boss. Isn't there like a... There's something that makes two-handed skills cheaper. Sunder Flame. Not familiar with that set. I should go check out Burning Spellweave after this, though. I probably have it all. I just want to run some easy dungeons to fill out the sets. Could probably mow down the trash for the tank, though, but he's probably stopped for a reason. Come on, man. The servers go down in less than an hour. Don't be waiting for... Who is that? The Ritual of Retribution. Off balance, stun. That'll shut down the little fireball attacks. All this critting for 10 grand on this trash. I should bring my red guard out here.
Lord Dagon.
12 grand. 11 grand non-crit, 19 grand with a crit. Oh, this is the one that splits. Now, this is, I think, City of Ash 2. I think this dungeon actually ends inside an Oblivion portal. Yeah, we go inside the Oblivion portal to face the last boss, I think.
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly.
Spell damage!
Right,
6,500 weapon damage. No, this is City of Ash 1, isn't it? Well, somebody has to take out the ads. Better be somebody with a gap closer. Drop the dots.
Rise, minions! Stop them before
We
it's
got
too
him.
late.
Well, there's the boss. Burning Spellweave Necklace. Well, 45 minutes till the servers go down. So, back to the castle to figure out what happened with all of this. Thank you for group. Yeah, well, the tank was only level 22 as well. I mean, that's the issue with the scaling. So, you'll have the critical stats in order to do all the roles in the game, including with high level players. It's part of the player freedom in the game. So a lot of people are like, well, Elder Scrolls Online doesn't have progression because, you know, there's a lot of stuff like this. Progression in the sense of what? Progression in the sense of linear progression or filling out a story? All right, so let's deal with this issue with Burning Spellweave. I think under sets, though, I think I already have the Burning Spellweave set already 100%. There'll probably be nothing when I decon this stuff. As if I make a Burning Spellweave set by reconstituting it or whatever it's called, where you recreate stuff with these transmute crystals, I think actually the big issue that I would have with this, I want to set it to Divine so it cranks the magic of whoever's wearing it. There's a couple of things to sell, too. Let's see. A couple of things to sell as well.
Anything I can do for you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something. No. How about those poisons I
Yes?
never use? The cloudy poisons are technically things to sell as well. See what we have here with this. Actually, we can check it under collections. Set items. Headphone hair. It's all messed up now. City of Ash. Why does it say no? According to this, it's not it. It's ooh. So you'd want to equip it in order to not have a chance of getting it again. So I don't really have Burning Spellweave maxed out yet. Oh. So we'd actually want to equip it then. All right, let's go to the cloth station. The thing is, what exactly is... Of the Burning Spellweave that we have right now, what traits are on it? Invigorating, Reinforced, Infused, Sunder Flame, Stamina, Weapon and Spell Damage, Critical Chance. When you deal damage with a fully charged heavy attack, you do 85-50 flame damage over 10 seconds and apply minor breach to the enemy based on your higher of your weapon and spell damage. All right, so we want to actually we actually want to put this back together. We don't want to actually equip any of these because they don't have the right bonuses on them. So let's add them in. Plus, I think until you add them in, you are at risk of dupes like this. I guess the system was designed based on... Yay! I guess the system was designed... Whoops, that was the right thing for... Okay, we'll just recreate it later. But you can put anything you want on it. So I think the way it is the idea here is you get something and you want to upgrade it. You want to upgrade to it and stuff. Now, since these are easy, why don't we just queue back up for it and see if we get some more burning spell weave. So the fun part with these is as you fill out the sets, as you fill out all the sets, they cost less to create with these crystals. So here's one, we have this, there's still more to go, and it's 58, and this one's already down to 55. So this gets less expensive as you fill out all the sets. Let's see. Valken Scoria, that's probably from Veteran, and purple's usually from Veteran, blues are from the regular difficulty, but you can make them at whatever you want if you have the materials. You can recreate that, so to speak. All right. See, 318, what do we have to do? We already know that. Sell that off.
How may I serve?
Well, let's get back in the action then. See if we can sneak in another dungeon before the servers go down. At some point, people just stop queuing anyways. Let's just make some room in the inventory here. And then put some things in the bank too. So let's group back up for specific dungeons. City of Ash. We'll see if we can get a whole set of burning spell weave. Could always do it. Could always run through with the other characters too. Then actually, while we're at it, does it have to be the DPS queue? We go in as a healer. We could go in as a healer and be more accustomed to the playstyle, but I do want to level up these other skills. So we'll jump in the DPS queue. City of Ash. See if it takes a while. There's probably a point where after like 3:30 or so, it's a waste to go into a dungeon. People are probably just going to stop queuing. Unless they want to speed run it all. Alright, so we have this. We have the other stuff here. That's set for robust. Plus weapon damage. Stamina. Set to divines. The difference is, though, the Mundus... So the thing is, the Mundus boon does not switch over. Yeah, so I'm still set to the mage. That's why I still have 25,000 magic. So you set your gear to divines, have it boost the other stats, so you don't have completely useless secondary skills. So a heal that still heals for 10 grand, which is about half of someone's health. That's good old Templars for you. Now let's go back to the Deadlands. Let's head off to the Deadlands here, and let's see if we can sneak in the dailies if the dungeon queue doesn't pop. Leave home. I had fun getting back to the castle, getting the answer on the burning spell weave. I think we should probably do that. Try and fill that out, and then do daily dungeons on all the characters to get 10 transmute crystals per run instead of just one. Then head over and make a set of that's all divines. Then give it to Celeste Fear Dragon and see what kind of damage she can do with it. Because I found the ice set when I finished up Blackwood. Gave it to Elena Hawkford, who is a ice warden through and through. She's been... I'm talking about hitting like 17,000. I'm talking about hitting like 10 grand non-crit. She's been hitting for 10 grand non-crit at range with her ice attacks. And ice isn't even supposed to be used for DPS. It gives you defensive bonuses because it's made to tank with. So, kind of more of a utility thing and more damage when you use ice gear. Oh yeah, the public dungeon's available too. You know what? Heck with the dailies. We're going to Oblivion again. Let's do the public dungeon and get some loot from this. All right.
You are outclassed and outmatched, mortal flea.
Oh, really? Watch this. Ritual of Retribution. Spammity spam spam. These are charge attacks I'm using from like 2 inches away. It drops the damage AoE, also Consecrate does too. Ritual of Retribution, I gotta use that somewhere. Let's full clear this crap. 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. Dizzying swing to rank 2, stampede to rank 2. Hey, can we pull the big guy?
Probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Oh, what do you know? He has friends. We'll just hit them hard and then we'll consecrate the ground to do even more damage. Every time I land somewhere with that ability too, I gotta level up my stamina Templar. I have a red guard who will seriously get stamina bonuses. I gotta save this build for him. He'll hit harder than this Breton does. 10 grand, 10 grand. Consecrate, Ritual of Retribution. 10 grand, 11 grand. Just lawnmower everything. Hey, I need some stamina back. Well, I've got hundreds of extra potions that I don't have anything to do with yet. Can't figure out what to do with them, so 100 gold there. You know what? Let's upgrade to high-end raid food or something. And cleave, cleave, cleave. Consecrate in the middle. Oh, look, other players. We got a necromancer here. This is fun. I see why people like to have like big melee weapons and stuff. Of course, it helps that I have a pocket healer who's spec'd for healing.
Can your insignificance be more apparent?
Oh, really? Lawnmower, 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. I think the reason why this is critting so much, the Stampede is always a critical strike. Oh, what? They're running past the boss? Watch this. Consecrate. Quite alright, because my secondary resource can be used to heal. Oh, shoot. 11 grand. It's because I have the boost, the buff to weapon damage. Plus, he's wearing hulking Draugr gear, which is what I was originally using for Lauren Lockhart's Zen Archer build, but she's using Scale Up. She's using Shackle Breaker now.
Bet they never saw that coming.
Oh yeah, the dungeon. Completely forgot. Can we get so from public dungeon to not so public dungeon? Well, I didn't get torched too much. Sir Richard Cranium. Look at all these people with RP names and stuff. And they're not like, you know, bright orange PvP characters either. They look like they belong in this land. Good. We need more of that in ESO. It should be a big nerd game. What? What's with the crappy damage? Probably because this is a dungeon. So things might have more defense here, especially the bosses.
Here they come.
Ooh.
Fire!
Okay, where is everybody?
Set it ablaze!
10 grand. So what's the difference between 9 grand and 10 grand? Plunk! Only hitting for 8 grand there. What's missing? Maybe I need to repair some gear or something. Hey, wait, there's only one of them left. Don't waste stamina on something like this. I got a feeling we might not lawnmower stuff as much this time. Probably use a Ritual of Retribution to do something with the magicka. This is definitely fun with all the melee. I see why people play melee so much. I think half of it is having a charge ability. And they pulled the boss already. Better finish off the trash and then go run over there or use the gap closer. Boost! Whoops! No, we want the potion. Way lower damage. Some of these people are secretly tanks. Oh yeah, you can use mounts in the dungeon, but I have no idea where I'm going. Hey, do you have a mount? Healer. Must have been waiting for the tank to catch up. But hey, we have mounts. That's what mounts are for. Look at this sword and board for normal difficulty. I need to switch over to my two-handed tank build and come in here and two-hand tank everything with my defensive greatsword. Hey, that's not why I'm hitting for... Nope, sharpen.
Get in the play! Circle around!
Whee! Next! I just want to use the charge attack just to go over to the next enemy. We could level bow skills if we really wanted to. Stopped by a boulder. What a waste of an ultimate. The boss is probably right around the corner. Not low on enchant charges. We should put a poison that leeches stamina on this thing. So it does like a regular leech of stamina and things like that. Consecrate. Oops. Ah, we took out the boss in 2 seconds. Burning Spellweave Sash. We can't equip that real quick. We're actually staying... Are we able to... Well, that's why I don't have any stamina. Keep running to everything.
Harvest your soul for the Deadlands.
Hey, a reference to Deadlands. There we go. Let's regen with some heavies. Yeah. Run everywhere, huh? Oops. What the secondary healing capabilities are for. And they don't use any of the resource that he does damage with. So in a sense, I've done with this Retribution paladin thing what I wanted to do with Zen Archer. Not use the damage resource to do any healing. No, that's not it. Whoops. Doesn't matter, I'm a Templar. Even when not spec'd for Magicka, I can still heal for 10 grand and crit for 20 grand. Alright. Clear this out. Wait for the tank. The tank will be glad I saved him the trouble. We'll just consecrate everything and have little damage ticks. Hey, here's a boss. The Atronarch is the boss. It's normal difficulty. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. 14 grand. Burning Spellweave shoes. So we're getting stuff. Do we have to equip it, though, for the smart RNG to do its thing? Oh, yeah, I suppose while we're at it. You can't mount while engaged in combat. Consecrate. Use the synergy to heal yourself, healer. Lawnmower. Big blade and mows down all the trash. 11 grand. That was weak. Whoops. Oh, we'll call the clones with instant crit cleave attack. Oh, did you need a heal? Here you go. Still a goody two-shoe paladin guy, despite being spec'd for stamina. Alright. Hey, why don't we use the bow to regen stamina? Might make more sense anyways.
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender.
Charge!
Devour you quickly.
This is the same dungeon. So, City of Ash 1, I think.
Minions.
Consecrate. Don't forget to do the cleave every so often to restart the damage over time from every time we land the cleave. 9, no crits whatsoever. I gotta get some more crit. Of course, there was a huge nerf on crit because of PvP. Alright, where'd he go? Cap closer. Consecrate.
Stop them before it's too late.
Someone else has the crown potions. You hear the big ding. Done. 335. Can we squeeze in another one of these? 335. Can we squeeze in another one of these before the servers go down? I don't know. Well, it's nice to see some RP-type characters in here who look like they actually belong in this universe. Back to the Deadlands. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I hate to make fun of Lucky Ghost, but some of his characters are kind of like that. You'll see him, though. Anyway, anytime you're doing writs or something, you see people with, like, completely random characters, like... It's like the MMO character version of old school MySpace pages when people would just do random colors and everything. And
Really don't like your odds.
oh wow, you might tickle me with those arrows. World boss. You gotta get to the world boss. Might even solo the world boss. Can we burn the world boss if he's hiccups? That's not good. I'm forgetting the way in. There was a thing that was underneath. There was a thing that was underneath the rocks over here. Where was that entrance? Well, darn. Completely, like... We'll cheeseball it. There's the entrance. And everybody's waiting for the world boss. Look at this. All right, so gathering samples. Let's get that done first. Before the boss randomly spawns, it goes down in like 2 seconds. Of course, given the kind of damage this guy can pump out, 33,000 DPS on some of those other fights. I think half the problem is the charge attack is a guaranteed crit. There's another one that does more damage based on the distance. We have a boss! Plus 20% weapon damage. Come on, become fightable already. Everybody's waiting to engage. There we go.
You lead.
Time to get insta-gived, because I'm not a tank. Consecrate. Consecrate again. Whoops. Do we have a tank, or are we all just playing hot potato with aggro? I think we do not have a tank. Everybody's trying to kite the thing. Okay, let's level up those bow skills.
Quite the mummy.
Just do this. It's only hitting for $2 grand. I think I'm hitting something else. Oops. Okay, we gotta basically like do damage in like 5 seconds. The boss is actually surviving though, so oh, there we go. Was surviving. No, we wiped. People are actually losing to the world boss. Well, this can only mean one thing. It's time to talk to Orc Dude and swap out to tank.
The right armor. +2.
Save Crusader as is. Switch out to Knight. 2, 1. What? Did that even go through, or did they pull the boss before that even happened? No, 35,000, 33,000, just done the wrong stuff. Could always do, we got sword and boards hanging around here. Give me that world boss. We also don't have a healer. Consecrate heals on this, so just do that. There's no healers, that's why. 19%, somebody's got to take him down. Got him! That just had to toughen up a little, take down a world boss. Should not be the most unreasonable thing in the world. Where's Orc Dude? Yeah, by the way, Miriam Lendis wasn't summoned for healing either. She'd probably get taken out by the AE, though. Gather samples 4, 5. Where was the 5th one? So I don't have to tank this thing a second time. Shock it in, shock a tank. 33,000. Where's the orc? All right, switch back to the damage build.
We win our battles before.
I really had that thing set to charge in with critical charge and use stamina. I don't know if that's really the best move. We'll fix that later. Crusader! Get the delve done. 41, 341.
Right.
20 minutes before the delves. 20 minutes before the servers go down. The fast horse will come in handy, as well as the ability to lawnmower everything with DPS. I think, though, since Ritual of Retribution is really paling compared to the cleave attack with the two-hander, I should swap it back to a heal. As fun as it is, like, haha, Retribution and whatnot. Alright, we're right there anyways. Gotta go to False Martyr's Folly and take that out. As fun as it has been, I think it would be more worth it since it's basically a stamina heal. So we'd have 2 stamina heals on the back bar. As much fun as it is to have, something resembling Consecrate in World of Warcraft, it seems to be more worth it to use as a heal than as a damage spell. Because when you're using it as a Ritual of Retribution, the damage spell, your teammates can get about 7,000 to 8,000 a decent heal by using the synergy. How many times can you do that, though? All right. Martyr's Copperleaf. So that's basically what we're here for. But we're going to take out the boss, too. Lightnings. Whoops. Did she stand underneath the random lightning strike? Lawnmower. So tempted to call this the Lawnmower Paladin. That's basically what... 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. Don't forget the boost to weapon damage. Off balance, stun. Makes me wonder what... Alright, let's get this thing over here.
The buoyant homages.
Do we even need the 20% weapon damage buff? Martyr's Copperleaf. For those wondering about the title of the stream, Retribution Powah. That was what I used to say whenever I'd be an idiot in vanilla WoW. Spec Retribution or look like I was Spec Retribution while secretly being Spec Holy, just carrying a two-hander. Show up to like a World Dragon fight. Everybody knew Retribution couldn't do anything in terms of serious damage. So unless you're super, super geared, I'd be like Retribution Powah and go charge into the World Dragon. The thing would stomp me before I did any decent amount of damage, but people would be laughing about it. It's an old joke. I had to use it for a stream at least once. So what better use for it than to try out this obviously sword-focused build here.
What did kill them to run away?
Well, Breton Stamina. Breton Stamina Templar with Divines boosting magic, so it's still high enough that your heal will heal for 10 grand. See? It's one part about ESO. You don't have to min-max everything. Ritual of Retribution. Yeah, see, it's only hitting for... You get out of the charge thingy. Well, when the charge expires, it's like 2,000. I think Ritual of Retribution would still be better off as a heal because it scales with stamina, and dead DPS does no damage.
I wasn't worried.
All right, we'll fix that.
Worried?
We'll fix that up after this. 3:45. We'll get our dailies turned in and then respec in Leoin. Oh no, the server is coming down for maintenance in 15 minutes. Run! What? No. Resummon Miri. Now you're going to get that in like 6 different languages. Ah! No. Keep her summoned. Ugh. Run. We'll solo the rest of this. Miri. And change the 6 to there. Der Server wird on 50 Minuten verwarten. What? I didn't have time to read it in German. Okay, that's obviously Cyrillic for Russia. And is there like something for Korea or something, or Japan? There's another language in this too. Yeah, whatever. We're actually going to keep going until we get kicked out of the game. To Server Maintenance Valhalla! Let's see here. False Martyr's Folly. Set off. Hurry up. Let's see here. Fargrave, turn this in. And we'll check the other stuff. New World went down in the middle of fighting a monster. I'm not playing New World. Amazon failed to impress me enough to want to play their game. Dated design. Still uses servers. I gotta figure out what that is. What kind of characters are those?
You there?
Still though, 40,000 stamina. Dramora never die. 40,000 stamina as a Breton.
Amazing. Father, you're looking for...
You came back. Verdun will be... Keep...
40,000 stamina as a Breton. Which means that if I were playing something that gained a bonus from stamina, I'd have 45,000 stamina. So, we gotta see what that looks like. But that, I do have a red guard who is the Stamina Templar and whatnot. Whoa, what was that? Hexos Ward Lightning Staff. Some more stuff from the item sets. Alright. Well, since we're going back to Leowin, let's take care of everything in the castle while the warnings about the servers going down keep coming up. I also never finished that public dungeon. Wouldn't that be funny if we were, like, going after, taking out Daedra in the public dungeon when the servers went down? Like, that's kind of like a hell fight while the end of the world approaches anyways. Sounds like the sort of thing I'd want to do. Damn, what a time for maintenance, says in-game chat. They always do maintenance at 4 o'clock, and Sunday into Monday is the most popular day for it. Just like how World of Warcraft has maintenance Tuesdays, Elder Scrolls Online has maintenance Mondays. And I actually have some stuff to do in the hour that I'm before calling it a morning after the servers go down. So let's vendor everything and decon everything else. Vendor! Hi, Nuzuma!
Come, do your trading here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes that out. Cloudy poisons for that. The essence potions, too, are useless, except for the ones that are used for writs. So we'll just vendor those. You're vendoring a lot of stuff. I'm not in a trade guild. That's half the problem. Could try selling this stuff, and I've been successful selling stuff before. Let's see. Close that out. Why are we closing? Well, you got all those people talking out there. You don't want to make a bunch of noise while you're deconstructing armor. Burning Spellweave. Neither of those is divines, so we'll skip that. Add those to the collections. We might just go there. Get Burning Spellweave. The other question I have is that some of the Templar skills on the magic side of things, throw that in the bank too while we're at it. Some of the Templar skills on the magic side of it. See.
Hello there.
Some of the Templar skills on the By the way, let's set up for a cross-platform raid. So if folks want to keep watching more ESO, you have options. Well, the servers go down. We could always mess around on the public test server. Usually only the live servers go down, so we can go see what's on PTS. Let's see. Nobody I watch is Oh, well, nobody I watch on Twitch is streaming. Ain't that a pity? Melzy's doing an art stream. Whatever. Okay, so much for that idea. There's usually PvPers in the other thing there. What are you gonna do? Yeah. All right. What I'm gonna do though is I wanted ESO Maintenance Valhalla. So back to the Deadlands. One last nice look at the castle. Back to ESO. The sun's coming up too, so. All right. I wanted Maintenance Valhalla, so I'm going to go back to that public dungeon and go out in a blaze of glory fighting Daedra. Watch, I'll probably finish the public dungeon. Watch, I'll probably finish... Actually, no, before we do that, we want to go to Leowin, and we want to respec for the heal, and then save the build. Then we'll go out when there's like 5 minutes left and go out in a blaze of glory fighting Daedra in the Deadlands. Skip the little cliff racery things. Leowin. We're pretty much good. Even if my character dies from this, it'll be worth it. We are getting kicked out of this game. Let's just change that number 3 skill over to a heal. Because I'm having way more fun lawnmowering with the cleave attack as opposed to Ritual of Retribution. Maybe my other character might play with it, but it's just... I can't find any really good use for this as a damage spell. Morphs. Dawn's Wrath. No, Restoring Light. Change out Ritual of Retribution back to Extended Ritual. So now it's a heal. Pay the money. So now we get what per tick in heals. Consecrate. Oh, 3,600. That's not bad. 3,600 non-crit per tick. And we can always double that up with this. 2400, 2400. So it actually does heal for more per tick than the PvP heal, which means you probably want to change out the number 5 skill. As fun as it is. Change out the number 5 skill. Oh yeah, Orc Dude. Save the build.
I've been at this.
Save Crusader. So we're going to use Extended Ritual instead of Ritual of Retribution. Miria Lendis. Summon.
Did I miss anything interesting?
Whoops. Maybe this is one of the things the maintenance is supposed to fix. Deadlands. The problem is, where was the entrance? It was over here, right? Let's find some Daedra to fight. If not, we'll just Zerg a world boss. Because who's going to be fighting the world bosses when the server... I want red. I want a blaze of glory. So we want to be on the red side of the Deadlands. Yeah, I want to go out fighting Daedra. Too bad there's no public dungeon. Miri! Someone else has a similar idea. Now, set up the potions I can never get rid of as my number 6. If we see the Oblivion Gate, we go to Oblivion. Just gotta find where it is. That same dungeon is also available... Let's see, what about this? That same dungeon is also available in Leowyn, in Blackwood as well. These two zones share the same public dungeon. It's an area of the Deadlands. It's all red and stuff and has lots of extra monsters. Let's see. Keep an eye out for the portal into that thing. If I see red, I'm in. I am totally in there. Yeah, I really wish that this... Actually, I really do wish that this had a better entrance to that. Like, you can always mine or something. So this is the problem with these public This is the problem with public dungeons, is where the entrance spawns is random. So we're actually going to go, let's go to a world boss. We got 5 minutes until it comes down. Let's go down trying to solo a world boss.
I was tired of walking anyway.
See, that's one of the places where the portal would show up. Is anybody here to do this world boss? Ah, there's people waiting for it. We have a world boss.
Strike them down!
There's the boss. Consecrate. They certainly have some hard world bosses. I don't care. I'm going to keep rezzing, and we're going to keep fighting this thing and keep getting killed by it until we get kicked out of the game. Look at this thing. It even heals.
I consume you, disaster. You immortal.
Whoops. This is why I'm being specced for it. Get the stamina back. Plus weapon damage. 35%. We should throw and wipe on purpose. So the servers go down with us fighting this thing. Oops. The Unmaker is not the daily, so.
I hope you're watching.
Forget it. We're gonna go down fighting something. It might as well be this thing. 32%. And the Templar here is busting out the finishing move. Like Radiant Destruction.
Lord of Devastation sends his regards.
We're actually gonna fight the, let's fight the ads instead. Oh, well, we didn't necessarily... Oh, we get some loot out of the deal. But we got less than 5 minutes until the servers go down. Find something to fight. Go into the delve. Let's go into the delve and let's just start fighting stuff. Or go down, or have the servers go down while we're going there. Stop following me. Stop following me. Stop following me. I don't want to group with you. I want to be fighting Daedra when the servers go down. Doo-dah. There's the portal. Well, there's a portal anyways. Lawnmower.
Never used to fight this much.
Portal to Deadlands. You don't meet the requirements. That's part of the main quest, undoubtedly. Hey, no. Let's take out the Ash Titans. We're fighting something. And we'll take out that next one over there, too.
It helps. I'm scared too.
We'll get to this delve if it's the last thing we do. It probably won't be, but we've got less than 5 minutes left. 3:58. 2 minutes. Still, at least we're fighting Daedra when the servers go down. Now let's head over to the... Any other big monsters or roaming world bosses that I can... Well, let's run into the dungeon and let's be engaging Daedra when the servers go down. 3:59.
I hope we find more than trouble.
Those are cultists. Close enough. Everything's red. We're fighting something. To ESO Maintenance Valhalla. Yar. Gimme. Into the delve. We have to break combat in order for that to work. 1 minute. Fight something when it goes, we can't get in. We can't get in. You can't. Ah, here we go. Yeah, things are already going down. So that means this song is where we're going to be. Find something to fight. Find something to fight. Find something to fight. Hi, cultists! To ESO Maintenance Valhalla. Getting some latency as the servers go down. Roar! Maybe I shouldn't be doing this in my DPS spec. Cultists! You serve the Daedra. You shall share the fate of the Daedra. Totally sandbagging with light attacks. Oh, he's back to full health already? No, someone healed himself. Roar! Oh, look, an Atronarch. That counts as a Daedra. Boom! We got it! Now that guy's resetting to go after Miri until we, of course, crit from a distance. Sayonara! Dodge, dodge, dodge. Nice trap. Daedra! Woo! Another Atronarch. This guy just does too much damage. Big thing!
Roll if you can!
We took down the big thing in time. Yeah. It's 4:02. Where's the downtime for maintenance? Should have been kicked by now.
Work builds character.
Or is it because I'm in a delve?
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap. Off with you, Switch!
It's just fun having a guaranteed crit for 10 grand. It makes me wonder how much fun this is going to be. I'm like, oh, here we go. Nope, nope, nope. Half of my stuff isn't hitting. It's over. Yep, we're getting latency now. Something. We'll be getting kicked any second now. Yeah, look at this. We'll just keep on going. We'll just grind mindlessly.
But now I'm going to.
If it's red, it's dead. Oh, here we go. They're barely attacking. Probably lose some of this loot. Hey, there's a big... Woohoo! There it is. Will our hero do this? Blah, blah, blah. Or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. The realm has been shut down. ESO Maintenance Valhalla. Woo! We did it with some Metroid sounding music playing. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, I said I want to be fighting stuff when the realm went down, and now here we are. Let's be an idiot. Let's just be an idiot here. The North American PC Mega server is not available while we perform maintenance. Fire up ESO Public Test Realm. Do we have it on the stream logon? Because usually the test realm still works. Show Public Test Environment. PTS. According to this, I don't need any patches. I just don't have my add-ons up to date for the test realm. What is on the test realm? This is what ESO streamers do. It's starting up. It detected the test realm as an ESO instance. Whoops. Mute the sound from the game until we can shut the music off. What did I have for test realm characters? Just for the heck of it. Just the Khajiit, right? Because I made a Khajiit on Khajiit Templar on EU. And last time I did public test realm, it copied over EU characters. What do I have for characters on the test realm? Take this time during the extra long load screen to update a few things in Minion, since we know we can update add-ons in real time. Minion. That's right. Open over. Only one thing on the PTS actually needs to be updated. So there's that. Never-ending load screen. Well, the live realms are down for maintenance, so No. This is the first time I'm starting the test server. This is the first time I've gone to the PTS this patch cycle, so everything has to load for the first time, and the characters have to be pulled and everything. This'll take... That's why these things take minutes when it's a brand new patch. Who cares? Alt F4. Alt F4. And let's just... There's some things I want to take care of before calling it a morning here. So, we were there until the servers went down. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. Alright. It's enough of the Nintendo sounding music. There we go. So, in terms of this game and whatnot, I'm going to branch things out. Search for more ways to finish up the item sets. But the big form of progression that's ahead of me with Elder Scrolls Online right now is to take my characters and rotate through all of them for the dungeon dailies to get 10 of those transmute crystals each. Times 18 characters is 180 transmute crystals, meaning it won't take very long to have a decent amount of transmute crystals to make some of these things like Burning Spellweave with Divines and then improve it so that it's an epic set and things like that. Lots of things you can do in ESO when you have alts. And the fun part is you can play the game at your own pace. So at level 15, you can start doing dungeons, but you can twink your gear all to heck if you already have a main past level 15 and go into those dungeons as powerful as the high level players, even though you're like level 15. That's the fun of the player freedom in ESO. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.